There's cloud cover to the south of us. There's definitely cloud cover to the south, but it's hazy clouds, almost like wildfires. But if you go up far enough, right now where the sun is, it's definitely clear. I don't need to get a direct shot of the sun, but that's where the sun is right now. It's probably getting close to 1:50 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We're up in Highgate, Vermont. We're probably about a mile from the Canadian border. And that's just amazing. I didn't think I was going to get this close to the border, but I'm like, I could deal with another 3/4 of an hour drive. I have no problem doing that. And now we're here. About 240 miles to get here. But I drove around quite a bit to find a good vantage point. And that was another 30 miles of just traveling around. This is the best vantage point I can give of the eclipse. Why is it the best vantage point? Because it's wide open field and it's actually kind of sunk down, so you can actually get a before and after shot of the area. I hear you might be able to see stars in the sky if enough of the sun gets blocked, which it will for about 3 minutes, starting 3:26 range. I'll probably put my phone on so that I know what time that is exactly. But as you can see, this is quite the vantage point. This is a much better vantage point than that person. I mean, he tried to help. He tried to help. He tried to help. Just to let you know, that's the sun. I would say it's a pretty good day for eclipse. Now they said on the radio 317 would be total eclipse up here in Vermont. 317. It is 2:39 right now. 2:39, and I'll see where that is. 2:39. So we have another 35-40 minutes, but if I looked before I left the car, and the moon was already covering the sun about 25%. Let's see where it's at now. Oh, is it coming from the south? Oh, I think it's coming from the south. The moon shadow is starting on the south side of the sun from our vantage point. That's interesting. So it's like the darkness has creeped up. The darkness has creeped up. It looks like it's about 30% there. But oh yeah, I better move the camera around a little too. But you're gonna start noticing it's getting dimmer and dimmer. It's already looking like it's dimmer than it was earlier when I first was here. I almost can get away with taking these glasses off. Not the solar glasses, but my shades that I drove with. It's close. But the appreciation of the solar eclipse, 241. I mean, with the camera's different. The camera can take a little bit of a, but not with the eyes. The human eye is not to be toyed with. I think I'm going to put my shades in here because it's already getting dark enough to the point where I can do that. Like, I feel like slightly. This just doesn't give it justification to keep out time-lapsing in the sense of what it looks like in a time lapse. Isn't it crazy? No, it's design. It's a sign. The Lord knew this long before we ever even were spoken into existence. Isn't that something? The Lord knew this before we were ever spoken into existence. Now, they said 317, so I'm going to go based on the radio station, 317. It's 2:43. So, half an hour. Half an hour will be like 4 minutes away. So, 34 minutes. 33 minutes will be in totality. That word was always hard for me to say. Totality. I just gotta be careful not to look at the lens of this camera while I'm in the shot of the sun there. The other way is where the sun's pointed. Just want to give you a vantage point here. As you can see, it clear skies over that way. That's north into Canada. Canada's got a really amazing view of this solar eclipse. We have a decent one. Not perfect, because you can see there is some haze. Could be from wildfires. You know, all around this area is more like a farm community. But there is definitely swamps in the area. In fact, a couple areas I passed to get to this point was swampy. I mean, I don't need my shades at this point. Usually I'm squinting, especially with the color of this gravel on the road. It's more of a very light gray. Light gray. A brighter looking gravel. Not quite marble, but close. Actually, if you look up in the sky right now, those clouds look very interesting. You're like... I'm not going to point the camera at the sun directly. I'm going to try not to. But I might... When it eclipses, that might be the right time to point the camera, at least in the direction of the sun, but not direct. Yep, it looks like it's about 40%. It's 40%. 40%. I mean, this is worth staying out here because why not? Why not? I respect the land that's you see in front of us. There are signs saying no trespassing. We will not do that. We will not trespass. In fact, I'm not even on the grass. I'm on the edge of the road here, which is gravel. It's amazing how calculations can be done many years in advance to know when the solar eclipses are. So God has given it to man to know these things. Not that man is smarter than God by any means, no. God has appointed us to know the seasons, the times of seasons based on the sun. One test. Crickets, will they start chirping if they're even out of dormancy this time of year up near the Canadian border? If crickets start happening, that will be interesting. Because they would be fooled into thinking it's already nighttime. I don't hear any crickets right now, so it's not quite there. It will take some time for it to get to that place, but I can already... I think this is such a cool idea. God is so amazing to create such a creation as this to tell us. Solar eclipses are usually a sign of judgment, right? Absolutely. But it doesn't leave us in the dark. That's the thing. It doesn't leave us in the dark. I do hear woodpeckers. Hear birds chirping. Honestly, I'm actually surprised I haven't seen anyone else come up here for this event. Did I just pick a really secluded area? I'm not that far away from the main thoroughfare. What am I, like 10 minutes? Not even. Probably 8 minutes. I should have timed that too. But I'm very surprised no one else is here. Just me and nature that God made. It's 2:51. 2:51. Some facts about this eclipse. If you're in the totality epicenter, you have a better chance of it lasting so much longer than the other eclipse of 2017. That one was more straight line. This one curves. This one curves somewhat. Oh, I think there's someone coming. Let's see where we're at with the... That's only the second vehicle that's gone by here since I've been here. It's starting to look like a fat crescent. The sun is starting to look like a fat crescent. It's close to 50%. I would say it's like 45%. But like I said, coming directly from the south, from our perspective, the moon is coming up from below on the sun. Not left or right, it's directly from the south. I can't even see a minuscule difference there. Let's see. Slightly on the right side, but very slight. Very slight. I'd say maybe 10% of that. 10% off the center. Let's see. We got some birches around here. battery's already down a bar. If it goes down another bar quickly, then I'll change it out. This is our new battery. May not be as good as the original, the OEM ones. But they don't make OEMs, that's why they're called OEMs. I'm just doing a little inventory here. A little rotation. So I have to move in order to get the... I think the angle might be strange only because of where this tripod is, but who knows? Who knows? We might have a clean shot here. It's now quite easy. I think it'll really start to be noticeable once we get to 90% coverage, which is about what Massachusetts will be at, where I live. 90%. But not quite that 100%. And if it's on the more optimistic line, where we'd really be in the center, then technically I'm very close to that. It's a little over the border in Canada. Might be about 20 miles into Canada. About. You see, they keep the land very nice around here. It's a very quaint location. Looks like it's at 50% now. 50% coverage. I wonder what that would be equated to for the path if you were like distant state. Would that be like Maryland? Who knows? So this would be like the best that they would see down there. Oh, let's see what time it is. Ooh. 2 minutes to 3 o'clock. 2 minutes to 3 o'clock. Praise be to God. He has given us hope. That He hasn't left us blind, as so to speak. He has not left us blind to not understand the times of our situation here on Earth. He hasn't left us in the dark. He's given us His word that we may grow thereby. I mean, now it's getting pretty easy. It almost is, it's pretty close to me putting on my shades now. It is pretty close to me putting on my shades. I'm starting to notice. a drop. If I were being honest right now, I'm noticing the temperature is going down. I should have brought a temperature gauge, but I can definitely feel it's getting a little cooler. I was actually pretty stuffy earlier. Could it be because I was in the car that now I've been out for a little while? But it's supposed to be in this. If I had to guess the temperature right now, 60 degrees, and it might have been mid 60s. This thing's stuck. Third vehicle to go by since I've been here. Yeah, this camera doesn't lie. The camera's noticing it's getting darker. But I believe it's more saturated in the camera than in real life. It's not that dark yet. I was also checking for shadow effects on the ground, the whirls. I haven't noticed it yet. It's now getting pretty close. Oh, hard to tell. I would say 80%. It seems like it's coming quicker now because it's past the 50% now. 3:07. So they say 10 minutes from now they'll be in totality. 10 minutes from now in totality. I mean, it's definitely dimmer than. Let's look up at the sky with the camera. We can zoom out now too. This is probably the best we would have had down in Massachusetts. It would have been pretty close to this. This effect, which yeah, it's obvious that there is definitely less brightness here. Am I starting to see that effect? Hard to say. It's not clear. It's not as clear for a shadow. That bubbly effect might be taken off. I might switch batteries just because it did go down to 2 just now. And we're a couple minutes away on this. Yeah, a few minutes away. Maybe more than I want to be. Okay. Wow. You're flying through here, guy. I didn't even have a chance. Why is that guy going so fast? What are you in such a hurry for? Is he trying to get home so he can see this? Why don't you just stop here? It's better viewpoint. If that's what he's going for. We've got to be pretty close. I would say in the next 5 minutes we're definitely going to see totality. Yep, that could be the case. Let's see. Yeah, that guy was flying down this road. Wow. 3:12. So yeah, 5 minutes according to the radio station. 5 minutes. I know I'm a little more west, so it'll be slightly earlier than the one in Massachusetts. They said 3:23, but here they say 3:17. 3:17 versus 3:22. I mean, it is looking unique. It's starting to look unique. This is probably close to about what we saw with an inacular eclipse. I'm just trying to see if I could see any stars yet. Might be too early. Oh, there's that halo effect. Oh, there's that halo effect. I wonder if I should show that with the camera. I could see the halo effect without putting the glasses on because it's way out there. It's way out there. Oh, you can definitely see the halo effect. Wow. You don't even have to come close to looking at the sun to see that. Wow. Isn't that weird? It's almost like a rainbow. Oh, yeah, I wonder if I should just show that. I will soon. Oh, let's see if I can see anything on the ground. Oh, yeah, I see some hints. Some hints. Not completely, but they said 317, so we're 314. I'll start counting once we hit 315. 315. So we have about 2 minutes. Even though it did say 315 there, I feel like it's not going to completely block until, well, they say 3 minutes is the length of duration when it's completely blocked. Well, it's pretty obvious. This is pretty unique, huh? It just feels like a finger's over the sun now. It feels that way. It feels like you're in a cup. If you want to describe that, it's like we're in a haze cup. That's our filter in a sense. The camera's having trouble focusing on things here. I don't know if I could get I don't know if it'll show up on the camera when I get to it. I mean, it is, oh yeah, you can see it. See that? See that haze there? That's an effect. They know about this stuff. That's an effect. I could see it on the camera view without even showing the sun directly. Not quite on that one. Just a split second on that one. But I'll probably show it again. I just want to go back to the... It's got to be 317 now. 318. According to that one radio station, 317, but I don't believe that's true here. No, it's not true here. Well, I don't know where that radio station's based out of, but it's not 317. There's still, I think it's 95% right now. It will probably be 323 range. Very similar to Massachusetts. I wonder what that, well, you could almost see it in a clear sky approach, but it is hazy. It's just so weird, right? Okay, let's see where we're at now. Because it was a sliver. It's a sliver. It's a tiny sliver. This could have been the way it looked in the vernacular, because I do remember it was kind of like a hazy, in a glass situation. I'll tell you where it goes total for us. It'll probably be 322. That'll probably be the best time on that one. Let's see what we're at here. I'm not looking at the sun, by the way. I find it interesting about the aurora around the bottom part. Yeah, as you saw it on the camera. Now let's look at the sun with these. We are so close. It looks like it's halfway up. We are very close. We are very close. I wonder what it's going to look like when it's completely blocked. This will be very unique. I mean, it's already unique enough. I mean, this is darker. This is going darker than it was in the vernacular, that's for sure. Wow. .321. So if it hits at the exact same time as Massachusetts, that's a couple minutes, I believe. Or did he say 326 for Massachusetts? But I'm west. I'm in Vermont, and I tried to get as far west as I could. Temperature has definitely dropped. I could tell you that right now. Temperature feels like it's about mid upper 50s right now. Because it does take a little bit for the rays to get to the earth. It's blocked. But yeah, it's starting to get chilly out here. Whew. Chilly, chilly. They say it could drop as much as 10 degrees. 10 degrees. So if it was in the mid 60s, it could be the mid 50s by the time we're totality and beyond. I don't think I could even see. Oh yeah, I can see the haze. I think the lens had to take a little bit to. You can see that haze there, right? Don't let the camera fool you, though. It's not as that dark. You have to kind of come back down. But it's close. Okay, now it's really looking like it's... We are so close. We are so close. And it's getting darker. It's actually... Oh, now this is looking eerie. Now, at what time? 3:24 is my guess. Let me look at the time. 3:22. Oh, wow, good. Well, I mean, that's going to make it even more amazing. 3:22. Cool. We are so close to totality. Of course, I want to get every angle of the effects of the sun being blocked like this. Oh, we're so close. This is so interesting. Now I'm looking to see if we could see stars, because we're close. We are close. No chirping yet. Oh, chirping of the birds, of course. I'm talking about the crickets. We are. Every little piece of the sliver that comes off makes it that much darker. I mean, now it's exponentially getting darker. Like, I feel like we're in a studio with dimmed lights. I think this is about the right time to show. We're really close to being able to show the sun with the camera. I don't even think the camera adjusted the light. I don't think the camera's really picking up, because it is dark. It's actually brightening up on the iris here. Oh, it's so eerie though. We're about 90, I would say 98%. I still see enough of a sliver on there though. I still see enough of the sliver. I mean, it's dust. It's dust out right now. It literally is dust. And I look at the distance. You could see the haze in the distance as if it's sunset. Look at that haze in the back there. Oh, this is so... I barely see the sun now. I 99%. 99%. There's a star. That might be Jupiter right there. I can't look at that part. I can see it with the naked eye. It's a little bit below the sun, but it's far enough away that you can see it without... Wow. Oh, wow. Now it is completely black. It is completely dark out. In fact, should I... That's the sun. Now I want to see what it looks like from the glasses. Not there at all. Zero. It is completely dark out. I see only one star up there though, and it's that Jupiter. I think that's Jupiter. Oh, there's that one over there. That's a... Yeah, there's a star above too. I don't know how far away that is. But you could hear the crickets. Wow. That is crazy. I mean, look at the distance. It's like the sun's over there, but it's not. It's because the moon's not blocking it over in that area. I just want to... It's still dark. Oh, what time is it? They're doing fireworks. That's what that is. 3:27. 3:26 is when it went total. 3:26 is when it went total. It is cold. It literally did drop about... I'm going to say they're right, 10 degrees. There's that, possibly Jupiter. There's this, the nonchalant, and I'm not looking at it with my eyes, I'm just looking through this to see if I could... Nothing. So there's... I don't even know. Can I zoom in on this? Just, I don't know if I can even pick up anything. Can it even focus? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I'm not gonna go crazy with it, but it's just neat. It's very easy to spot the sun. So there's one, and the other one was next to it, about right there. Can you see that? There's another star. I only look at it. This is so. It is. It's very dark out here. It's so dark that it's like it's twilight. It's like it's twilight out here. Oh, is the sun starting to? Nope. It's still black. Still black. Only for a split second. Only for a very split second did I actually. But that's. Oh, I think it's starting to be revealed. Oh, this is cool, actually. I should show. It's already looking unique. Wow. That's no joke. That is no joke. I can't believe how. So they did fireworks. So now the bottom half is starting to show. That was cold. It's 3:30. So 3:26 to 3:29 it was in totality. And obviously you can hear the crickets. I wonder when they'll stop. Yeah, if I had to, they were right on with what was said. It dropped about 10 degrees, maybe slightly more, because it was fairly warm out here. It was probably in the mid 60s. Now it's like low 50s, and I'm only in a sweater. But there's that haze again. What if I should show that? But I tried with the camera to get it directly. Now there's something on the lens, like it's like some. You could see that aurora again. Yeah, it was dust. It was dust. It felt like it was 8. It felt like it was 8 o'clock. The sky still looked pretty eerie. You don't look directly at the sun. It reflects off the camera. You gotta watch that. You don't want that to be a problem. So 3 minutes. 3 minutes that moon took to go from completely covering the sun. You cannot say that wasn't created. It's perfectly the right distance away to cover it. It's perfectly, that's say, oh, we gotta explain that. I didn't notice any shadow effects, but you really can't look at the shadows because there are no shadows once it gets all gone. I was like, man, it's too dark. I might go down to that tree and see if I could see any rings because it's still capable of it. Very rare event when you can be at one of these in a complete submersion of the rays. And it was very interesting because you could look around in the distance and you could tell, oh, it's light over there. It's light over there, but it's not light here. From the horizon, you could see the light. And it's almost as if the sun was rising from over there where I'm pointing the camera right now. It's still about 90% covered. But I kind of wonder what all that noise is. So I'm gonna have to research what the longest time was in this. Like, where was the best place to be in this particular solar eclipse? The most, the best possible spot of the longest duration of totality. Where would that have been? I should research that. But this was way longer though than the 2017 one because of the angle. That angle on the 2017 one was not as pronounced, not as straight. Probably start packing things up and hang home in a few minutes. We had 2 planets visible because they're the closest. They look like stars, but they're planets. One was definitely Jupiter, we know that. The other one, I'm not sure, but that's all I saw were two. I did not notice any other ones. I think they said there could be three visible, but I only saw two. Unless the camera somehow picked it up on one, which I doubt it because the naked eye is better at seeing these things in regards to because the lens on here was adjusting for brightness. It was interesting, I'll tell you that. Very interesting. Uh, hey, at least people tell the truth on things, right? There's still that halo around the sun. There you can see without putting these on, but then you look up at the sun, you gotta have them on. You don't need them on if you're not looking up at the sun. Actually, I'm so glad I brought a cap because the cap really makes a difference. Otherwise, it makes it hard to be able to tell. A couple minutes, I'll probably pack up. But wow, that was something. That was amazing. One last look at this. That's the only thing I didn't really notice much of was that cloud effect. And that's getting bright enough where it's like, okay, yeah. So there's one that happens in the year 2025 and 2026, but they're not in this country. The next one in this country is 2044. The camera will probably tell you when the crickets stopped being crickety.